Mark's 100 episode. Ah! We hit 3 digits. We're all going to die. Who would like to recap what happened last time?
Doesn't matter, we're all going to die.
But it still matters because it may inform the manner in which you die.
We'll just send our secondary characters and that'll be fine.
Well, last time we didn't die, so I guess that starts the recap.
Correct.
Last time, we decided on characters. Dory negotiated really well and gave a company a good price. And we are now taking some fox women, potentially demons, we don't know, to the place where we're going, the Anther Sphere. And from there, we'll be taking on another quest to do something else.
Yeah.
To kill some highwaymen. There. That is a recap.
Yes, that is a recap. It's a pretty good one, too. So, you were prepared to take off from Hathold, which is the major city in the Garganosphere that you had been recently occupying yourselves within. You then have now prepared to set way from there and head out on a 29-day voyage to Anther. And so, that is where today we are. There we go, I was trying to get it to come up. So, you guys are going to leave from Hathold, where you've gotten the ship mod, and head off to Khatun, which, as far as you know, has no planetary bodies. Does not mean there are no physical bodies there, it just means there's no actual planets. So, on your way there, I need to roll a quick thing here to see what happens on your journey, if anything. Because we all know, having a disrupted journey is always the best. Nothing bad could ever happen.
Of course not.
Alright, there it is. I was trying to get the chart for what to roll. There we go. D20. See what kind of fun you find in space. Do one of you want to roll it, or would you like me to?
We'll let you.
12, which would bring us
Entirely
to...
somewhat middle of the road result there. Doran on the way would certainly socialize with the Frost Foxes. Even perhaps try and get out what their intent on their journey is, considering that he knows that they're also looking at other jobs while they're that the Seekers are looking for other jobs while they're there, and presumably after hearing about said Frost Foxes, would like to
Okay, what all do you say to
be
them?
careful about overstepping, potentially compete with them.
You don't want to compete with them?
Well, it kind of depends. Things might get a little
Competing could be
messy if we
interesting.
do, in that sense.
You know, that's possible. Okay. Do you want to roll your diplomacy to see how well you do in your speaking to them?
Not good. Diplomacy, would that be persuasion? Would that be performance?
Diplomacy, sorry, that was the old version. It is persuasion.
I think Rio would assist with that.
Ryu's gonna flirt with the frost foxes?
Maybe not the flirting, but maybe she will. You don't know.
You know me, man.
I'm just saying.
Maybe I should roll a d2 to find out if she flirts or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would make more sense for you to roll separate because you'd go about it slightly differently than I think Doran would go about it.
Well, that 20 on die rolled over the 5 on die, which is still 14. Yay, expertise.
They're not too forthwith about all the details that they're doing there, but they say that they're trying to make things that are go about their own business, not necessarily take on other people's. That they had been working other people's tasks previously to make the money so that they could hire passage to get here or get to Enthere. Not that they want to continue just taking merc jobs.
Sure.
As to what exactly, they're tight-lipped on that. Okay, so on the 15th day of your journey, the lookout states he sees sails. So another ship. What do you all want to do? Ship ho!
We're
This is
in
in
the
the fog.
phlogiston, right?
Yes.
Like, is it like oncoming traffic? Like, assuming the phlogiston's a highway, is this oncoming traffic or are they gaining on us?
Incoming
They coming from
traffic.
behind.
They look like they're heading straight for you.
I'd assume such things are rare, but not completely out of the question on
Very rare. Meeting in Phlogiston is highly unlikely.
Perception check to see if there's any discernible markings or flag to identify said ship.
Bid, no help with that.
That's 24. If I get advantage, still 24.
Okay. I need you to roll a die and just say high or low.
Low.
Okay. Roll one more time and say the same.
I rolled a nat 1 on that low.
Yeah.
I'll go high. Missed that one.
Okay.
That was low.
So 2 lows. Okay. You peer through and you notice it looks to be a vessel of some sort of human make or something. It's a wooden ship. Looks like it could be a caravel or something like that. However, You're not sure about the flag it's flying. You've not seen that before. You just gonna press on? You guys gonna do anything? I just trying to give you a chance.
I mean, it's considering I see the phlogiston as being kind of like a highway, and veering is kind of weird and off.
I see. The phlogiston
And
is more like a highway in like the Panhandle or like far out Texas or something like that, where you might meet someone once in a while, but it's not going to be very often.
Where's the captain when you need him?
but well, that would almost lead to second mate Yonovan. But I would say, obviously, don't collide with them. Give ample room to make sure we don't run into them. But
Battle
v-
stations and
but
just wait.
but veer around them. I wouldn't go full battle stations, but I'd at least stay alert just to make sure. Fighting in the
Yellow alert?
fighting in the phlogiston is a uh,
Dangerous thing.
is an incredibly dangerous thing. So it would be highly unlikely we get attacked, but I would at least but at least since it is a rare enough occurrence, I would want to be more alert, but not necessarily at battle stations.
Yellow alert?
Something like that, yes. Yellow alert.
Rio suggests that we give them a extra wide berth. After all, there's no interstellar cops that are going to think we're, running away from them. If they change course to intercept us, then they're after us.
Yeah.
If you change course, you'll be no longer heading to your destination.
How far away are they?
Well, I'm assuming we're in the middle of our track. If you kind of make a little bit of a curve to go around the oncoming ship, we could still get right back on track, couldn't we?
Maybe. You'd have to roll and see if you can chart it properly, that's the thing.
Let's go straight.
Hmm.
That seems safer.
Keep in mind, the issue
as long
with
as we're
knowing
not
how
going to
far they
run
are,
into each other, there's really no reason to veer off course.
with how
We'll
far
just
they
wave
are
as
in the
we pass.
phlogiston is hard to say because things look different there. Because distances are immense. Yet the speeds at which you're going are astronomical. Even in wild space, your ship would be taking damage if it was going the speed that it goes in the phlogiston.
Yeah, I assume in the phlogiston, minor course corrections are fairly normal, though. Is that correct, or is that normally once you start going, you just go exactly straight?
Mostly it's that, because it's more that, slight maneuvers can actually have greater alterations than you might think because of the speeds at which you go in the phlogiston. It's kind of like making corrections like when you're warping. I need to step away for the evening thing quickly. When I get back, we will see what happens. If you guys want to prepare anything else or speak strategies, now's the time.
I mean, until we're given reason to believe that we're in danger, then I'm not going to make.
Veering off might also lead to more danger as well,
Well,
and getting back
yeah.
on track.
I just say we stay the course until we have reason to veer off of it.
Stay course,
Well,
but be ready for anything.
Sounds like unless they're going to ram us, they would be just as dangerous going the opposite direction.
I say stay the course.
What do you say, Cookie? Stay the course.
Oh, we left the captain to port because we got to turn around.
I don't know. Turning around sounds like it's pretty dangerous.
No, that's in terms on a dime.
And I think we had discussed it a long time ago. If we ever get into ship combat, right now our strategy is run away. That's why we got the speed upgrade.
That's why we got the speed upgrade. Yep. We've done ship combat before. It got hairy. We took some heavy damage to our ship.
Yeah, and I have no I have no idea how that works for the phlogiston because what he just said.
Well, that wasn't even our ship. That was the other rent-a-captain. No, this one's ours. We can't just abandon it.
Well, it's expensive to repair.
Yep.
Sadly, Rio only got a 13 to flirt with the Fox girls.
That's a shame.
They're probably tracking them. This is their fault. Throw them off the ship.
That's only if the person coming straight for us turns around and attacks us, or I don't know. I guess they could attack us in a drive-by. Not sure how that would work.
Painfully for them.
About
think it-
like that.
Yeah, painfully for all of us, I think.
I mean, I guess we can get our cannons ready.
And blow ourselves up. I thought we had catapults, not cannons.
That's right.
What about force powder?
Yeah, I can use
Donovan
force
never
powder.
built a cannon-sized weapon, did he?
Our
No.
current weapons on the ship are 2 heavy ballistas and a light trebuchet.
No, we can use those in the fletch stone.
Yep. We kept telling him to build a cannon, but he didn't.
It requires materials. A lot more materials than I've ever used. I probably need to make someone my apprentice first.
Yep. Well, aren't we going to a plane or planet that's just like spewing out different resources?
Maybe.
I thought that was something of the description of this place, that it doesn't have any bodies, no planets, but it has lots of stations around it because there's just a whole bunch of resources. And it's like some other plane is spewing out resources, something along those lines.
Yeah, a bunch of them. A bunch of planets.
Alright, they're heading out. I'm gonna go say goodbye to everyone.
Cool.
Hey, who was it who tried to seduce the fox?
Doran.
I
Okay.
don't know.
So not seduce, that's the wrong word. Yeah.
Flirt.
Floyd. Okay, well, you might like to know that wanting to show him up, Sheridan attempted to do the same and failed.
Oh, showing me up. Oh man.
Yeah. And after rolling her eyes at her two compatriots, Erolith attempted to do the same and got 19. So, just putting it out there.
We have such confusing companions.
Indeed.
So, the ship approaches, and
We continue straight forward. Not changing our path unless we're going to collide. And we are ready in case they attack.
alright, give me just a moment. Did you make a updated version of the Seeker Salvation Playok?
Yes. It's in the notes and things.
Ah. I thought I
Or
saw one,
items.
but I was looking in characters.
It's not. I didn't update it very much, but at least has updated loot and gold and stuff on board.
La-da-da-da-da. Alright, thanks for your patience. And I'm trying to find something here. There it is. Alright, so as you get nearer, two large bolts from what you can only perceive as a ballista come flying in and hit the ship. One doesn't leave any impact, but the other one does some damage to your ship.
Battle stations.
Yep.
Moving from yellow to red alert.
Return fire! We did have everything loaded, right?
I'd assume we did.
That should be part of yellow alert.
Yep. Hence the battle station sort of stuff.
I keep everything loaded.
That would be the weapon master's job.
Aren't I the weapons master?
Yep, I am as well. Cool. So Baden's on one of the weapons.
Alright, so I believe Rio was on weapons. And then you said Saradin and Baden?
Correct.
So that would be the three weapons you guys have.
Two heavy ballistas, one light trebuchet.
Who's on which? And Saradin, your feedback, I believe.
Oh, dang nabbit. I really gotta get myself a good mic.
I understand that. I actually need to get a replacement myself.
Which one do you want, Saradon?
What were the options again?
Heavy ballista or light trebuchet?
Oh, I'll take the ballista.
Alright. Is there any difference between that and the light trebuchet and difficulty of using or anything?
If we were on the battle grid, they fly at different speeds, don't
And we would
But-
use that if it wasn't the phlogiston. The phlogiston things are a lot faster.
Right.
Alright,
So
I'll take other heavy ballista then, just to make things simple.
Alright.
We
So, three.
is angry. What idiot would be stupid enough to attack in the
Oh, it's a good question. Who is dumb enough to attack in the phlogiston?
Flesh dealers?
Somebody. Maybe.
We don't know. Do you know?
I do.
no?
As well as one of the group knows. Alright, we shoot back at it.
Okay. And all your weapons are in range, so the three of you can roll an attack.
What's our bonus?
Are you proficient in siege weaponry or space warfare or anything like that?
I haven't rolled that before.
Okay. Then
So-
it would be...
Oh, I assume I roll normally, but what do I add?
Yeah. most likely be either a perception or, yeah, a perception roll, because you're basically pinpointing where you're firing. So it's actually not perception, or wisdom. You don't have proficiency unless you've trained to do so.
Well, I am a weapons officer on the ship now, so I'm assuming I would have been training in
We'll have it where you guys take a few times where you're not proficient, and then you'll basically accelerate your training since you're practicing.
Alright,
But yeah,
well,
you'll get
that's
your
19
proficiency
then.
soon. Cool, that hits.
Cool. So damage then is 60-10?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, it should total
60-10 for heavy ballista.
Yep. Cool, I see a couple 9s. I need the calculator real quick.
My first one misses. Epically.
No.
$34 damage.
Nice. And you must do over min damage or damage threshold to actually inflict the damage. So luckily that's over.
Yep.
Cleoc.
Yes.
Rio can make an attack with her weapon, and then if you want to roll a perception for basically looking out on their ship, seeing what you can pick out.
Sure. Womp womp. For Doran, that's an 11. Cleoc, that's a 10.
Yeah, you're not sure. You do see some humanoid figures, but you can't quite make out who they are or any
4
real
on
details
die
about them.
is terrible.
Well, you can try again if they give you time. That being said, they're going to take another shot. Ooh, crit. Wow. Your ship is rocked heavily. And let's see. I believe we need to roll another. 3 of you can roll your attacks.
You were saying something there, you were breaking up just a little bit.
The 3 of
Yeah, I
you
couldn't hear any of it.
weapon masters can roll their attacks.
Alright. I'll take
They
another roll and see how it goes.
fired back at you, and 1 hit, 1 missed.
That's just a 16 that time.
That just hits. Their ship doesn't seem to be in full quality. It seems to be beaten up a bit.
By the way, I would think that I think Doran to go down and inform the Frost Foxes that we are under attack and to please. But nothing to worry about. They seem to not be as well armed as we are.
That's 26 points of damage.
Second attack hits for 31 damage. There's an 18 on the attack.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Section.
I'm trying to find one thing they didn't have easily accessible. If you guys have the table open, or the document open, you can see the different special options the different positions have. And I need someone to roll a d10.
You really broke up badly that time again.
I need someone to roll a d10.
Alright, I'll roll. A 2!
So your ship's impact from their hit as you guys fire your volley off at them causes the ship to shudder. And I need a dex save
Oh, that one's
from
easy.
everyone.
Yay, 14.
Is that everyone or just the people manning the weapons at this point?
Everyone on the ship who is not secured.
I having to roll deck save.
Yes.
Great.
A dex save for one and a dex save for all.
Nice.
Cleoc and Doran both save.
What's
In holding on tightly, you somehow launch the ballista again.
What is the save? I got a 15.
It was 13.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
It's not
Good.
major, it's just a
That's
chance.
what I
of
got on the dot.
There was some much worse options.
It's not me.
We'll say Cookie, because
Yeah.
Well,
That
Rio
works.
because she's a navigator.
we'll just say Cookie, because he's not here.
True.
And you can navigate without actually being the helmsman, right?
Yes,
Right.
that's very true. Cookie's magic is compatible with the helm, right?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. Because I know Cleoc isn't. I just wanted to check.
Cleac's weird magic.
That's because I have a multi-class in the cleric yet. I mean,
That's level 20,
When are you
right?
planning on that?
level 20.
Okay. So level 21
It's
you'll
gonna
be
be a
cleric.
while. Will your
I
character live
mean,
that long?
probably not.
Ouch.
given timeless body doesn't actually prevent old age, I'm just the the old monk master who's still, at peak physical condition right up until he dies. If I get high enough level for that.
This is the one race that timeless body really doesn't help at all.
I mean,
For a couple
there's
of years,
magical
maybe.
means that I might somehow become immortal, but that's unlikely to happen.
Come on, Darcidius, don't go there.
Some
It's not
classes
different.
have that as their capstone, where you do not age.
The monk capstone is blatantly terrible, so there's zero reason for me to level monk to 20. Not that 20 is... Not that Cleoc's ever going to reach level 20, but...
Yeah, he'll die of old age first. Anyhow, back to the ship combat.
We're all gonna die!
If they blow up, can we collect their stuff?
Maybe, maybe not. Have you looked at ship combat rules to see?
No.
Well, let's put it this way. On that critical hit table that it rolled against our ship, we should be very glad it didn't roll a 1 or a 9.
True.
But that could have been very amusing.
To who?
Alright, so...
It would just ended up being a TPK, and we start the campaign over.
That's possible.
On the ground.
There's no guarantees. But
Especially if Cookie's flying the ship, because he's the only one with magic crazy enough to actually put the fire out in the phlogiston.
But kill us all.
two more hits from them. You guys may roll your attacks as well.
Cool.
They have some good weapon masters.
We've lowered the AC by 1 as well.
Their min roll they've rolled on the d20 is a 14. Well, no, they did roll a 2, but that one missed.
How far away are they?
They're getting fairly close.
Are they within 600 feet?
Let me check.
Because I'm gonna start potshotting the guys on their deck if they're within 600 feet.
It's a 16 on my die.
Exact same on mine, 16.
I do believe those are both hits.
And then, who's on the third weapon? Rio? Or are we only firing 2 weapons because we're dumb?
I didn't hear anyone say I was on the weapon, and I didn't volunteer.
If there's a third weapon, I can fire.
Cleoc, you're on the third weapon.
Sure.
Because I was rolling for my thunder cannon if they're within 600 feet.
I guess I fired the trebuchet. Whatever.
Sure.
I thought someone else was handling it.
Pretty low roll for me this time. 20 points of damage if a 16 hits.
Proficient in ship weapons, considering I've been in combat before.
Their bolts slam into your ship and doesn't seem to cause quite enough damage to really be lasting effect. Baden, how much damage did you say you did?
I'm muted.
Exactly. It's pretty sad rolls.
Yeah, but how much damage was yours?
20. 16 to hit.
Certain.
16 to hit for 19 damage.
I'm on the trebuchet, and I rolled a 15 on die. I don't know exactly what proficiencies
Add
or
wisdom.
mods. What was that?
So yeah, that hits.
Add wisdom modifier.
Wisdom mod, so that's a 18. I don't know if I'm proficient or not since I've actually been in ship combat before.
I don't know that you armed the weapons last time. I thought you used your bow last time.
That was...
It's possible.
I don't remember
16
what
hits, so you're good.
Alright, so the
Roll
trebuchet is
your 8d10.
8d10. Sure, there's 6d10 here, and I'll roll 2 more of them twice. $36. 7 is 43 damage.
Nice.
I have the calculator app open to do my math.
They're not so happy with you. Looks like they're getting ready to head out. Doran, since you're not preoccupied, you can roll a perception. Yanovan, I kind of felt that since Cookie's not currently here and you were voted as first mate, you're kind of
I
the ship.
rolled the same I did on the last perception check, which was 4. So that's 11.
Yep, there's people over there.
I'm sure there are.
Looks like they're starting to peel off and head away. But
I mean, if they get within 600 feet of us, I'm going to take a pot shot at the one that looks to be navigating on deck. See if we can
navigators usually
put them
aren't
into
on deck.
chaos. Well, if there's someone manning the guns on deck, I'll try and nail one of them.
That there is. There is crew on the guns. The ship is actually turning to leave, so it just got outside your range, basically. And they've taken enough damage. They've decided that they want to head the other way, but they are still firing, and you can fire back for a couple rounds.
Do we want to chase?
I don't think we should chase, but I think we should at least keep firing at them.
All
You
right.
said head the other way, but they had came straight at us from dead ahead. Are they returning?
They're veering
Or are they
off,
turning away
meaning
in a-
they're shifting and going perpendicular straight away from you. So not the way that
okay.
you'll be going.
Rio always votes for chasing him down.
Another bolt hit and does not quite make enough damage to leave purchase in your ship.
The thing about it is that I don't know how we're going to stop and loot the ship if we do break them apart. And if we break them apart, it's not like they're going to. It's not like we will have killed the crew at that point. They'll still have at least some air. I assume that they'll still at least be hostile. I at least want to know who attacked us, but
That's
Well,
a natural 19.
If we destroy their ship, we
That hits.
skewer them with ballistas.
8 on dice, so I guess with the wisdom mod, that's only 11 to hit.
If you want to forego your turn and try to see who it is, you could try to scope them out.
I mean, that's still Doran, right?
Can be, yeah.
Well, Baden just shot.
How much damage you
Doran
did?
finally rolled a nat 20 on his perception check, so that's 27.
Hey!
Ooh, that's a lot more.
Baden, how much damage?
All above 5. Damage.
What was the total? What was the total you had, Baden?
34 damage.
You set him on fire, man.
Who's piloting?
I think we had said Cookie, but if we want an actual player character to do so, probably if we're not doing like Nursil or Squeaks, probably Rio.
Okay.
I don't want to speak for Rio though.
So either Ryu or Cookie would be good options.
I'd say Cookie, unless we need a player character who's here right now.
Well,
Then
if
I'll
you,
do
Always
it.
pull up
you
his
can use his
stats.
sheet. Roll a piloting check for him.
Who wants that?
Does someone else have the sheet up?
I will in a moment. As soon as
I think Kleok knows what's coming.
links.
Yeah, I saw what is on that die. I also saw what's the crit hit table is. I also know a crit hit happens when, or you roll on that table when we reduce the hit points below half.
What's a pilot's check? Or what's it based on?
Casting modifier.
And Cookie should be proficient in that.
So the spell attack bonus,
Yeah.
basically.
Basically spell attack bonus, yeah.
Cool. I'll roll that real quick. That is a 21.
Good.
Oh, we live.
And they didn't. Remember how I said it's a good thing we didn't roll a 1 or a 9 on that critical hit they rolled against us? Nate just rolled a 9 for the below 50% health on them.
And
Critical hit mod. If we're going by
It
that,
lights on fire.
if we're going by what's in the table, it means you started on their ship.
And the phlogiston, that means big.
So,
Boom.
In the phlogiston, you just basically caused a huge explosion on their ship,
yeah.
if not destroyed them out.
No, they're totally vaporized. They're damaged and basically the whole thing went up in flames. You guys only
And
got
hopefully we're not
10d10
vaporized.
damage to your ship. So you have a lot of scorch marks on your ship, but Cookie was able to direct the ship away enough to and give it a little extra juice to lessen the blow. The engineer of
really
the
hope
ship
that
is
didn't put us
definitely
below
going
half.
to. I don't believe it's quite half yet. No.
Our ship has 550 total hit points.
No, it doesn't. It had.
Maximum hit points.
Right. Yep. Yeah, no, it definitely had that. It does not now.
Probably lost about.
Make a guess. What do you think you're down to?
Do damage because of its defensive capability. It's reasonably hard to damage.
Doc. X. Oh, good. It's a Doc X, which means I can't edit it. I was gonna edit the one you had up, but
Oh. I thought I shared it, but
no, you did. It's just it. You
that is
can't.
just a,
You
still
can't
a Word
edit.
document.
Yeah, you can't edit it in the web very well when it's that. That's all. It's not your fault.
Isn't there?
What should I turn it into then?
Well, it's
Like
fine.
Google
I'll
Docs.
just ping you what you have, and you can update it.
Cool.
But if you turn it into a Google Docs, then it'll be easier to update. So we can go recover any loot from the ship that is now blown to smithereens.
You can certainly try.
Based on previous previous knowledge and our intelligence, how likely would it be that there's any loot left after a vaporization like that?
Roll an intelligence check.
I'm good at those.
And
Hey,
Doran,
20.
I need an intelligence check from you as well.
I rolled a 20 on my perception earlier for a total of 27. Did I get a good look at them before they
Yes,
blew up?
and that's what I'm getting your int check now for.
Other than that 20, I am not rolling good on the dice. Just a straight up int check, that's a 3.
Doran, you're not sure the creature you saw, but it was some sort of spider-like creature that was with these, like, gaunt-looking, unhealthy humans.
Ugh.
Cool.
Aiden, you know that you might rather try to find a gold piece in a haystack than go try to find loot in a ship that's been utterly exploded into a plethora of different directions.
Cool. Let's go, guys.
Just wait for it to get to us.
Did you?
Anyway, I go and or Doran will go down and assure the Frost Foxes that the battle's over. We were attacked. We don't know why,
They blew up.
but they exploded. Cleoc will instruct the crew to make damage assessments and whatever repairs they can. I know we won't be able to make full repair report, but
I need one of you to roll a d20.
not me.
Sure.
You're basically making a con save for the crew.
15.
Good. You have some banged up and dinged up crew, but if you have a proficient surgeon on board, they'll be able to be saved.
Hestra, Nerissa.
We had Nurse will be our official ship surgeon. Seemed fitting for the character.
I believe he actually has expertise in it. He's at least proficient. And his packed item for Nurasil is actually a healer's kit that never runs out of supplies.
That's nice.
So it seems like he'd make the perfect ship surgeon and stuff.
That's up to you.
How many hit points do we have left on the ship? I've got it open, and I'm going to try and save it as Google Docs.
Did I not send it to you?
No,
I thought I did.
unless you put it in one of the other channels.
Nope. I may have just thought I hit it and got busy with other things. There you go. So yeah, he has doesn't have proficiency, doesn't have expertise, just proficiency. However, he can he can add healing with it more regularly and can use charisma modifier to add additional healing, basically.
Cool.
Cool. So he'll help with them.
So it's basically double ability modifier for the skill. Alright. You survived. On you press. You make it to Enther. believe you all remember a certain gassy sphere that you went to once upon a time before.
Nope.
It's before you.
Figured as much, since we've only been to a couple since my time.
I don't think you've even been to the main port they shipped out of a whole bunch of times.
Probably not.
But this sphere has a number of locations of debris of some sort. You're told that there's basically points within the sphere that are used for resources.
The Secret Salvation information has been updated and should now be saved as a Google Doc.
Yay! All hail Cleoc.
So Anthier is a planet with no systems, a large fire primary body, so has a sun, a lot of resource harvesting potentials from portals to other planes. However, there's no way to travel through these portals. They're basically just other planes' trash holes, essentially. So it's one-way travel. Comes here, doesn't go back.
I mean, even trash is valuable to some people.
Well, if you think about it, what is elemental, fire elementals or earth elementals, decrements? You know,
Fire and water.
well, I mean, you know, what do they excrete? Fire elementals, probably
Earth
some sort of
elementals.
fire. Earth elementals probably, you know, dump out some sort of earthen products.
Or refined metals or something.
You never know.
Refined.
You know, kind of like coffee.
So useless.
Yeah, I still wonder how they figured
them's
out the
fighting words.
first coffee beans. Why would you
Gotta
pick up
have.
beans after been pooped out of something else? That's what I want to know.
Oh no, that I totally agree. But coffee's totally worth it. Having something else eat the coffee and then getting it? No. Ugh.
That's desperation.
That's I wonder why these animals are so energetic after eating these. Let's eat their poop. No.
Yeah, no, I
Or-
agree with. Coffee though?
That's a
Coffee's
bet gone
worth it.
wrong.
Yeah, I was gonna say a bet. Hey Jerry, I bet you to eat this.
What is it?
Gary.
It's
No.
coffee.
Gary! We know why Gary lost his mind. It wasn't because he cloned himself too many times. It's because he ate the bad coffee. So,
I mean, if you're eating the coffee, there's something inherently wrong with it.
back to the game. You have reached Anthier Sphere. What do you wish to do? Do you wish to find a pirate? Sorry, terms lost my mind. Place where ships dock.
I would assume that we want to.
Pirate Cove. That's what I was thinking.
I assume there's a port where we're supposed to drop off these foxy ladies.
Right.
I say let's go there first.
I'd assume we
Assuming
drop
it's not
them
the middle
off,
of nowhere.
and if it's a port, then
It's
also
not.
stay there.
They point you to a location of glistening white in the sphere. When you get there, you notice the temperature is dropping rapidly.
They were called the Frost Foxes, weren't they?
That's
They
correct.
were.
And apparently this is a nice junction point between the planes of air and water that are producing a lovely area of ice. Lots and lots of ice and frost.
Cool. Seems
So-
perfect for them.
You can all roll a con save, and you can roll one for the ship crew as well.
I don't know why Baden has con save as proficiency. That's a 16.
On nat 20.
19.
Cleoc is 12, Doran is 17.
Aldrich 12.
The crew is 17 on die.
Good. Aldra, you said was 12?
Correct.
Okay.
It was 18.
Good. Aldra, so far you're the only one who's failed that I've heard.
Cool. Actually, cold.
What are we rolling for?
Frost.
Con save.
Okay. It's a nat 20. Let me look for my con.
Good.
And I'm proficient in it.
Hey!
So, 25.
Yana who walks out shirtless.
It's supposed to be cold out here, boys.
Inside he's actually freezing.
And Nursil and Squeaks both fail.
Yay, Aldrich's out alone.
I didn't hear what Hester or Rio had, or Cookie, or Group. My guess is Group probably would pass.
Yeah.
Alright, group is a 17 on die, so that's almost a certain pass. Cookie is 10 on die, which I don't know if I opened up his sheet.
I had it somewhere.
Those that fail take a level of
12 or
exhaustion.
13, since I...
Would you say Cookies was total?
I'm confused. He has a 3 in Constitution saves, but his
3?
con mod's +2.
Yeah, that's weird.
So 12 or 13.
Either way, fails, so exhaustion.
Cool.
So far it's been what? Cookie, Aldra, Squeaks, Nursil, and I believe Hestra. All.
And Cleoc,
Oh,
because
Clea.
Cleoc was 12.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they all get a nice level of exhaustion. Which remains until you get a nice proper rest. Not in a really cold, freezing realm. You are able to sit down, and they disembark, pay you the amount that Doran agreed upon with them, and you are able to depart.
For the, a little bit rougher ride than we were expecting, but
A little rougher than they were expecting from you as well. So, As you leave, let's get one more con save to see if anyone gets a second level of exhaustion or a first one.
Joy. So what's... I know first level... Or...
Let me pull it up here so I can give you the exact verbiage.
Deeds. Crew rolled a nat 1.
Wow. The crew is doing really well.
Cookie fails.
So he gets exhaustion. So, first level of exhaustion gives disadvantage on ability checks.
Time to pay the crew double for this journey. At least.
True. At least we still made a profit after repairs and the bonus. Hopefully.
Do you remember if ability checks count for everything that uses ability or specific abilities?
I'm pretty sure just skill checks.
Yeah, so not saving throws, but tools and skills.
So what's 2 levels of exhaustion? Because that's what Cleoc and Cookie have.
Of course.
Good thing Cleoc wasn't going on the next mission anyway.
You also get the lovely benefit of having your speed halved.
Oh, so now I go about as fast
Now
as a
you're a
normal person.
There you go. There's the full exhaustion list. Next would give you disadvantage on all attacks, attack rolls, and saving throws. Then you'd have hit point maximum halved. Then you have speed reduced to 0, and then you have the lovely aspect called death. So, if you want to camp
Well, let's get
around
out of
here,
this. I suggest we get out of this cold area and
all right.
Get to whatever port we can find out here. So 1, we can repair the ship, and 2, those that are exhausted can get rest.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a great question. How do you want to find a port in an area you know of no port?
Oh God, we're going No, I'm not going to say anything.
You're not going to say anything. You can. You heard there are ports here, but you didn't get one because they're not always constant. So I'm just curious the means you use to try to locate a port.
I cast the locate port spell.
You have that?
It's a new addition for Spellbinder.
Really? As of
No,
30 seconds ago?
but I just finished writing up on a spell card.
Okay.
For the 6E version.
No, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, if you were a full caster type and wanted to
Oh yeah.
attempt to make that spell, that you could.
It's a wizardry type spell,
Yeah.
making your own magic. I guess we look really hard around and look for potentially like an earth and water portal that are slightly separated, so it's not just mud.
You don't want mud? The
I
plane
don't
of
want
mud is
Oklahoma mud.
awesome. What about the plane of dust? You know what the plane of dust?
I mean, no.
What about lava?
I'll settle for water and lava. Obsidian's good. Oh wait, that's just Minecraft.
Okay. Let's see. So the first one you come across looks like basically a minor sun. It just is spewing a whole bunch of flame.
Cool. Is there anything useful coming out of it?
Nothing you can tell. Just looks like a whole bunch of fire. You can, fly in there and take a look if you want.
I'm good.
Okay. Give me just a moment. Something's going off, so I need to shut it off.
Alright, I'll be right back as well.
Sorry about that blunt run. Alarm was going off of some sort and didn't want the kid to wake up. Alright, where were we? Oh, right, fire. The next one is... where's that chart? Give me just a moment. had a chart that I saw before of the different elemental planes, and I'm trying to find that. Alright, hopefully this one will work. So the next one you find is not too far from that, and it looks like it's a junction of both the one you were just at and another one, and it's just a bunch of smoke spewing out.
That seems useless.
Followed by another fire. Followed by another smoke. Followed by an earth one, where you actually find a big, basically statue of a face.
Is it a dwarven citadel?
Could be.
Well, we have been to one. Well, most of us have been to one before.
That is true, and it looks like it very well could be. It looks similar, but not exactly the same. Looks to be a different face, but a similar make.
Donovan, do you recognize it?
Oh gosh. History check.
I mean, you can if you want. I'll tell you, you failed either way. It's not a face you know
Okay.
of.
Fair enough.
You haven't
Nope.
been. You haven't been a spell jamming dwarf for long enough to necessarily know the face.
I've been to some temples though.
True, but you do know that a lot of dwarves revere ancestors that did something mighty or set something up. So it's probably a visage of something like that.
Okay.
Given the mightily fine beard he has, you know he must have been a good dwarf. You always judge a dwarf by his beard. Alright. Let me get a name here. Give me just a minute. Alright, as you guys draw near, you see a dwarven ship gets launched and comes towards you.
Here we go again.
Over there. What are you doing near a citadel?
We seek repairs.
You notice they have multiple metal barrels.
We've been nice cannons. We've been attacked by pirates, and they didn't fare too well. They weren't expecting us to be armed. They caught fire in the Flaggerson, and things took its natural course.
Ooh. Yeah, never do fire out there, mate. That's terrible and bad.
Well, they were pirates, so you know.
And what exactly are you, pray tell?
Adventurers.
Scallywags. I see.
We're a group known as the Seekers. This is the Seekers' Salvation.
You got
We
the
seek a
bird with
port
you,
of call
dwarf. Interesting.
for repairs and relaxation as we pursue a few missions taken from the city of from the sphere of Garganov. 29.
I see. Would the two of you roll a persuasion?
Can I just give advantage to Doran?
I believe that was Cleoc who was talking.
Oh,
Where was
is
the
that
door?
Cleoc talking?
It would have probably been Cleoc.
Okay.
You don't want to. Well, I rolled 17 on the die. That's a 16 with Cleoc.
Do you still want Cleoc to get your roll, or do you want to roll?
Oh.
I mean, come on, you haven't got your nat ones recently. You gotta get those again, right?
If I can get it, there we go. I need to make a new box. My cardboard is spread away from the phone too much. I get cocked.
I need to roleplay Doran more so that he acts as party face
Is it persuasion?
than he has.
Persuasion, yes.
for yeah, it's just a 16.
Okay. So you both got a 16.
Yep.
Alright. We can let you go ahead and dock at our citadel. Just behave yourselves. We'd hate to have to cast you out into the void without anything.
We hate to be cast out.
So you have now located a citadel.
A citadel. I assume someone's updating our map. I guess the Secret Salvation document also has.
You assume much. Let me see.
You know, why would the map be updated? That's lame.
That's way too much work. I have to authorize my own drawing again. Cool.
Hey, you're at least the first one to take the initiative to actually, build a map.
Oh
That's
gosh,
good.
what did I do? Paste without formatting.
Donovan, you would know that they are certainly expecting you to spend some of your funds as well while you're here. So that's kind of the fee. Instead of having a normal fee for landing, the fee is the expectation that you're going to purchase and spend some money.
Well, we kind of need to repair, so sure.
Also might need to pay for rest if you need to do that, or food. So yes, you are able to make berth in the mouth of the citadel. Land your ship and make your way into the city proper. What do you all wish to do now that you're on this citadel?
Probably gather some information on, well, those with exhaustion are going to rest.
You sure?
Pretty sure. Those not involved in repairs need to do a little bit of try and get some more information on the missions that we required for this area.
They don't have very many graphics for the citadel, so I'll just grab the default one that they have and pop that in there just for those of you who haven't seen it.
Sure. I need to reduce our gold because I probably want to pay the crew a bonus for that they want to spend here. Which I still need to get with Cookie as to how long it's been since we've actually paid them, so I can
Do the correct amount, yeah.
so I can reduce our funds the appropriate amount. We need to figure out one, can we repair the ship ourselves, and two, if we can't, or at least find out the logistics in repairing the ship. Our ship is down to 424 hit points out of 550.
So it took a good look in. So, there is a dwarven citadel, for those of you who do not have seen it before. It's just an example of one. So, a big floating city. Alright, so those of you who are not resting, I guess, are you guys resting on the ship? Trying to rest on the ship while it's being worked on? Or are you seeking to go elsewhere?
I think using their facilities and spending some money there would be appreciated by them.
As long as it's not super cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go grousing.
It probably is going to cost a little bit of a premium, but not exuberant.
Sure.
So, a little above normal, not double. Alright. So you've managed to do that. Is there anything else? We'll kind of get a gold amount for you later. Kind of do a lump sum.
Sure.
So ship repairs, room for a few with exhaustion. What are the rest of you doing during that time?
Dorn and Baden to go investigate jobs.
We
and
need
find leads.
so we need to see if we can get any information on the Highwayman Tunla. Where the Desert of Rust is. And perhaps talk to the pilgrims. who want to go to the city of Wayleaf or whatever the Wayheath.
Okay.
Well, we came to Anther not only to drop off the Frost Foxes, but to potentially do at least one of these 3 missions, which are either in the Anther sphere or at least start in the Anther sphere. So I figured we would try and gather more information now that we're here.
I'm trying to locate those missions because I thought I had saved them out. Let's see. Okay, so you're talking about doing the Hunt the Highwayman Unlua? And then you were
That is
mentioning
correct.
there's the pilgrims here that you could pick up somewhere.
We'll ask, but we're not particularly interested at the moment.
Okay. And then there was the Scholars of the Desert of Rust. So you're looking for the Desert of Rust and Hunlua. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So you hear you asking around in the tavern, spending some money, buying some drinks, having a good time. You find out that Hunlua is known as a brigand, a pirate of some sort, who's actually been patrolling in the sphere and has some place within the sphere. They're not sure where exactly, where he strikes out from. As for the Desert of Rust, they're able to point the location to you. So you can search around and try to do some underhanded dealings to try to find Hunla, or you can head for the Desert of Rust. Take a few moments to figure out kind of which way you want to go with things, and I need to just take care of one last thing, and I'll be good.
I think we want to fight something more than want to search a desert for a long while. The Desert of Rust might be a place to pick up materials, but that's doubtful at the moment.
Oh, I'm sure we can find some rust monsters to get rid of all of our equipment there.
That's
I mean,
true.
Doran will be stupid enough to go to try and locate some more unsavory people and get some more information about the highwaymen.
So which route do you guys want to go?
I
At the
think
very least, Doran's going to be stupid and try and find some more unsavory people to try and figure out where
the
the
highwayman.
highwayman Hunla is.
Okay. Roll a charisma stealth check to basically see if you can find what you're looking for without being detected so much.
25.
Wow. All right. Do a charisma investigation.
$10.
All right. Are you being aided by anyone or not? Or are you just on your lonesome?
Probably on my lonesome. Unless
If you're being sneaky like this, probably
Freyans
Freyan might
with me.
join.
But
I don't think Baden would have been subtle at all. Aldrich, definitely not subtle.
Would Frey
I
join
think
or
it's
not?
pretty fair I'm by myself on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Shortly before the repairs are finished, you're able to find a contact. You took your time because you didn't want to get found, and luckily it seems like you were able to do so without raising the attention to yourself. They said they will give you the information they have been able to collect in exchange for something of equal value.
Such as
You can tell they purposely left it vague to try to get you to think about what the value is to you and try to get more than they would otherwise potentially be able to get. But they're basically asking you to make an offer for the information.
how well off does my shady contact look?
Decent. Not an upper crust, but it seems like he's been known to do some information broking sort of thing. And not the bottom grunge, but definitely not the top either. Kind of a good mid-tier.
Not one of those that I could offer like a single gold piece for, and like, ooh, that's more than enough.
Probably not.
They know much more.
You also know that the amount of information they give might be related to the amount they're offered. Since, why give everything if you don't like how much you're offered, sort of thing. Don't show your hand before you have to, sort of thing.
Oh, I suppose I could be persuaded to talk our quartermaster into giving up a little bit of the wealth on our ship. I'm trying to be a little bit coy as well.
I mean, he obviously knows that you're part of the ship that recently landed. The wealth of the ship may not be known, but it is a ship. And you're obviously not a dwarf.
Sure.
Well, that certainly is what we need here to grease the wheels of the transference of information.
So I'm a bit hesitant to act here out of character because I don't know how much we're going to be spending on crew and repairs. Basically, I don't want to offer more than we can give.
We've got the 2,500
I understand that.
from the Frost Foxes, and we could probably give up 500 pretty easily and not hurt our bottom line too much. hopefully repairs is less than 1,000, and then entire crew costs and everything was going to be about 500. So 1,000, doubling that.
Oh, I was thinking about offering 250.
Yeah, then we should be good.
Oh, I think. How does 250 gold worth of gems sound to you?
I think with that, I might be able to be convinced to give you a little meeting. Perhaps with Aros. Agros.
And that is.
I could tell you're not from around here.
No, we're not.
You ever been here before at all?
I've been around, but not this particular citadel.
Ah. Well, he's kind of the most long-term setup pirate here in the spheres.
Ah.
Kind of a self-made pirate king, as it were. So most activities don't take place without his knowledge.
Interesting.
I would recommend you bring a gift of some sort to him, as then he's more likely to speak with you more evenly.
I see.
He is a king, after all, in one form or another.
I understand that. One other thing I must ask before we do this meeting is does he have a particular relationship with the highwayman in question?
Well, highwayman's kind of a title of some of the groups that have activity here. He would be able to tell you which group that is, and probably potentially where to find this Hunla.
Yes.
So he slides you a small envelope and kind of puts his hand out expectingly for the gold.
I'll get him the gems.
Gems work even better.
Well, you said 250.
I said
What
250 in
gems?
gems because it's harder to trace, of course. Shady things.
Well, certainly, certainly.
Thank you very much.
Indeed.
I assume we will not be meeting again. Then I gave him a little wink.
It's like, and you are, sir?
My name is Doran.
You are, sir? I've never met you before.
Ah, yes. Is he actually asking my name because I just gave it and you just said, and you are, sir?
He's saying, who are you? I don't know you. I've never met you.
I nod. It's like, I'm not anyone.
Indeed, and neither am I, so we've never met. Have a nice day.
Usual.
So you now have the location for the desert, as well as a location for where to meet an individual to find said target. Which path do you wish to trod?
let's go talk to the person to get more information about the highwaymen.
We will pick up there next time. I have some materials I need to go over for that. Either one, I figured we should probably stop about now, since we're getting towards time. We don't want to get
Yeah.
right in the
Alright.
middle.
Yeah.
This is a good, smooth point. But it is good to know that you want to head for the king first. You will go to the Pirate King, and we will see how that is. That also gives you time to decide what kind of gift you want to present to him. So without further ado, we will see you all next time on these lovely adventures.
Thank you. And have a good night, guys.